Welcome to Outnumber Overtime. David Webb is joining us as our one lucky guy on the couch today.
I am
what
lucky.
What a rowdy conversation to end on there about the trophy generation.
Well, can we just pick up on that for a minute? And I'm going to admit that I stole this from my friend Jeff Clark. Because does this mean trophy wives go away because everybody can't have one? As I sit here with four beautiful women, I got to tell you, Jeff, if I'm in trouble, the Colonel gave me that. I took my orders.
No woman wants to be a trophy wife, so let's just hope that they all go away. I'll agree with you guys on that one.
Now Ainsley doesn't want the trophy.
I have no problem being a trophy wife. First place, baby. Yeah, I love it. I take the trophy.
You're officially going to be on all the late night shows tonight with that
Way to go, Kimberly. This is how we roll.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah, you have so much more to offer than looking good.
Why can't I be a trophy husband?
Icing on the cupcake, Ainsley.
Hold it. I want equal. This is about fairness and equality, right? I want to be a trophy husband.
You do?
Is there a rich, beautiful woman that wants to marry me? There you go.
Oh, no. Now you did it. Wait till you get the tweets now.
I know your personality. You really would not enjoy that.
No, I'm not.
You couldn't survive.
I want a strong woman in my life. I want a woman. Look at all four of you.
Yeah.
You're strong. No, Smitty, come on. You and I and Kimberly and I, we've all done a lot of TV together. You're strong intellectuals. You have strong personalities.
We have a lot of testosterone.
We have a lot I'm in the estrogen ocean. I'll use that line every time I'm on this show, and I'm happy.
I'll tell you why. Because we got a lot of trophies when we won our softball games.
We got a lot
swim
of
meet.
first place trophies.
But it's true. The karate
ones. I
ones.
wasn't a great athlete. I mean, I was mediocre. I was like picked in the middle of the pack. You were the first one. I know you were a great athlete.
I know I jokingly said that, but there were instances where I did get the everybody gets a trophy thing, and I hated it. I was like, what? This means like nothing.
Yeah, but let me push back on Ainsley here because you're on the #1 cable network, sitting here on a top-rated show. You got a trophy,
winning.
The #1 trophy, winning. There you go.
I think that's what I realized, though. I knew I wasn't the best player on the team, and I was fine with that. I had other strengths, and my parents were really good about encouraging us. So I think that I was confident.
And
I knew I wasn't the best athlete, but I knew I had other gifts.
Yeah.
See, I went to like a rough school where there was a first place, a second place, and a third place, and that was it. There were no participation trophies. There was none of that. At the time, I think it felt a little harsh, but as I grew up, I felt like it gave me something to reach for. So that when I got that trophy or when I got that first place, it meant something. It had value.
Ask every politician who lost a race if he got a trophy. First place, that counts. Second place, first place loser.
But my thing is, just don't lose then.
I'm thinking
exactly.
I got all my trophies. I never played for a team that didn't take the championship or wasn't first place.
You're an amazing athlete.
I would not allow it. I mean, I'm
She was
like
even
you,
first
very
lady, but I'll
competitive
leave that
captain of my
alone.
team, and just first lady.
You were first lady. She does nothing second.
I'm thinking of like Ronan.
I'm in the #2 spot today, though. They told me #2 seed.
I'm thinking of Ronan, who I love dearly, her child. Although Ronan's good at every sport, he's a great golfer. But if like Ronan played on a team, I know he's got the big teeth. Big smiles. But if he were on a team and didn't get a trophy at the end of the year, I looked forward to like getting the Capri Sun, the Little Debbie at the end of each game, and then at the end of the year we had a pool party with our family and we all got a trophy. It was just fun.
I look forward to dumping the water bucket on the coach.
She's right. You want to kind of encourage your child and say, this is exciting, there's a reward. But that's what Amazon.com is for. You can order any trophy, any ribbon. And one time, like, Road Diggs did something really well, so I was like, oh, you are the big winner, you get the award, and I did like a trophy presentation. But I was just like us. But the point is, he liked it. He was like, wow, this is really cool.
But on a serious note, what about parents sitting down and explaining to their children how this works? When I didn't win, my parents said, okay, what do you need to work on? Is this for you or do you shift to another sport? So what about the parents doing this?
I know you're trying to be serious, but I'm still laughing because Ainsley obviously grew up in a much better home than I did. I would come home with that trophy.
Darwin on steroids at the
and like my dad
house.
would look and be like, well, how many other trophies were issued? Like what? Or if I get like, 4th place and I was so happy about it because there was 100 people in the race or something like that, my dad would ask, well, how many people were in the race? He always asked for perspective. And I was like, dang. So I think that's where my competitive
But also your family, like how many kids and stuff? Do you come from
6
a big family?
kids, so I was always competing.
Yeah, if you weren't first to the table, you were hungry. That's what it is.
Like, you guys had such a different upbringing with respect to that, but you're both so ambitious.
And they're both here.
That just proves that maybe it doesn't matter.
Wait, no, I didn't want to ride with my dad after the game. We all fought to get in Mom's car.
Yeah.
Because
everybody wants to ride with Dale.
No one wants to. Everyone. Yeah. Dale's the school teacher. She makes you feel loved. My dad made you feel loved. However, very competitive, and he was a coach.
Yep.
And so
that's a big deal.
And a great athlete. And then he has these girls that aren't so great, and he's like, you never swing on the first strike. I never understood that.
On the first
strike.
You're one of two girls,
the first
right?
strike. He said, or the first pitch that actually makes it over.
You size up the pitcher.
You got to wait for your pitch. There's nothing I love more than a full count. Give me a 3-2 full count. Let the pitcher sweat like hell, and I'm looking right at her. I'm like, you better give me some juicy ball over the plate. That's it.
Right at the letters.
Yeah.
That's it. Home run.
All right, I think we just concluded why we all are where we are.
And the trophy lobby will be calling with objections.
Exactly. But I love that Ainsley's are at her mom's house in the attic. It's very sweet.
Your mom has all the trophies still in a big box in the attic.
Oh,
very good.
Ainsley, you have that
Does Mom get a trophy for keeping all the trophies?
Country feel. I love it.
But you know what?
New Yorker,
South.
I didn't grow up with all this. Every time I'm around Ainsley, I'm always like, I want to go to a small town. I want a trophy.
But
Dale will adopt you because Dale's adopted her.
I'm adopted by Dale, and I love it. I love it. I wanted to earn it. I feel that I haven't, so I'm happy about that. But here's the best part. So Ainsley married a superstar Clemson quarterback.
Exactly.
You
got a trophy husband.
Hopefully our kids will get his athletic.
So just so you know, not for nothing, she's paying attention.
Yeah.
I love that.
You won the trophy
I need
there.
some good genes to pass on.
Bring the trophies home.
right. I don't want to dust them though.
No.
I don't want a lot of them on the
Too much
shelves.
work. Glass case. There you go.
There you go.
What else you got for us?
Yeah, let's see. How could I flatter you, Mr. David Webb? Let's see. A lot of tweets about you. Good choice for the lucky guy. He shows great wisdom. No, it was honestly, it was we carried the president through the hour for a lot of the hour, but it was actually a pretty hard news show. A lot of stuff. There's a
lot of serious stuff here on the table, and the hard truths. Hard news and hard truths.
Yeah.
As Americans, we have to realize this is the reality. This is the world we live in. Sometimes who's it, Ambassador Bolton, who years ago said, when it comes to foreign policy, when it comes to choices, sometimes they're all bad. I kind of put it plainly. Sometimes your choices suck, and you have to pick the one that'll get you to the next step and adjust and evolve. And by the way, the president needs to evolve on his policies. Real evolution. He needs to sit down, look at where we are today, what needs to be done. That's called governance. That's called leadership.
Not going to do it.
No, he's not.
This isn't the guy.
He's writing it out. This is the guy. By the way, this is the guy who didn't get a trophy.
But
this is the guy who just didn't show up, didn't vote, voted president.
He got the White House.
But he's also got
one. We lost the game in that case until he's out.
Karate trophy.
2016.
Everyone's agreeing with y'all.
Yeah,
no one wants trophies for the whole team. I feel like I'm in the car with my dad.
Oh no! I know, Ainsley. If you're anything like me, I'm very conscious that of the fact that I grew up like that in a very competitive environment. Because I do see everybody thinks competitiveness is this great thing. Oh, she's so competitive. I see it as a flaw sometimes.
You do?
I do. I don't know. I think sometimes you have to you have to tone it down.
Well, let me tell her, Reagan.
At work or anything like that. You just do it within yourself to put your best foot forward and put your effort in, and you don't mail it in.
Thank you for that differentiation.
By the way, you're a winner. You're a winner if you do that.
You're very warm and inviting. You love being part of a team.
Do you love Kimberly? Do you just love her?
Yeah.
What about your daughter? How are you going to raise your daughter? Are you raising her to be
a little athlete?
As far as I can tell, she's just is who
Look, she was walking about 5 minutes after she came out of the womb. This kid's on. This kid's rolling.
She's got a putter.
I was the same way. I never. You guys know I never crawled. Not one day. I never crawled. I immediately. My mom was like, "There was something on the other side of the room you wanted. You just got up and walked." And we were all like, "I never crawled." So I think there's like a common thread among all of us.
I probably crawled for years.
Yeah. Then you had to put the heels on.
Right.
Yeah.
Stilettos, crawling.
I finally learned how to walk.
Then she doesn't walk, she struts.
Oh, by the way, Kimberly, I'm getting called Sporty Spice on my tweets now.
I know.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
It's my little nickname for Sandra.
I can live with that one.
It's a really good nickname for you. I think it's good. Everybody likes Sporty Spice.
It's a little different than David Webb's Smitty.
But people call you
Come
Smitty
on,
here
that's
too.
its history.
Like bowling.
Yeah.
That's where it came from, actually. Wasn't that where it started way back?
Follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money.
Yeah.
KG.
Yeah.
KG. I got every other name in the book.
Jedediah, what is your nickname?
Guffel calls me Jed. I get Jedi. I get JD.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jedi.
I get JD. Pretty, as long as they don't call me Bob, I'm okay with it.
Oh my God.
Or the other B word.
Hey, look, just call me Lucky. That's all I have to say.
All right. Lucky never looked so good.
I won the trophy.
You did.
I won
4 trophies.
I won the trophy when I get to do this show.
Yeah, we got give a little pitch for yourself for your XM, your Sirius Radio show.
Sirius XM tonight, by the way, on Sirius XM Patriot 125. I will take on the president's issues. My national security analyst, Dean Pops. I'll have operators. We'll really talk about what needs to be done.
Good stuff.
And you have guests.
9 p.m.
You have guests here too.
Colonel Clark, what a pleasure to have you here, and your beautiful wife, Lyrica. Thank you for coming and being part of the show today.
Army wife.
I love it.
Yeah.
Army wife.
Yeah, Colonel Jeffrey Clark, back from Afghanistan. Can we take a shot of him back
Fantastic.
there? And Lyrica, there you go.
Camera now. There we go. All right, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody on the web, and to Harris, who's probably watching to see if we did a good job.
We miss you.
That's it for Outnumbered Overtime. Catch you here tomorrow.